He didn't tell me he was really a photographer, but he was taking pictures from one place to another. He has so many pictures in the boxes until he died.
How come you're always taking pictures? I said, well, I like it because, maybe when I die, you can have something to look at when I die. And I love to take pictures, that's what he said.
This was his love, his first love before my mother, obviously.
Ricardo Alvarado was born in the Philippines. He served in the United States Army as a medical technician. He came to America in 1928 during the modern generation in pursuit of the American dream. His photography has captured this essence in his community.
I think his work speaks to, his love of people around him. I mean, how he saw beauty and art in that. And he knew how to capture that.
The talent to ensnare a moment in time was innate. By most accounts, Manong Ricardo was not schooled in photography, but he was a gifted artist nonetheless.
I mean, and I think that's sort of the irony and triumph for Mr. Alvarado, my father.
He's so devoted to his photography work, Every time we go to parties, he always take pictures, something like that. And that is his hobby.
He always take me a picture of me. Sometimes my friend's house, we were invited. He took pictures, but I did not expect that he was really that good.
Janet, her brother Joseph, and their mom Norby never really knew the intensity Manong Ricardo had for his photography. But hints of his treasured love revealed itself in an opportune time.
And as a little girl, occasionally he, kind of drink with his buddies and get a little over the edge and intoxicated, and he'd tell me, when you grow up, I'm going to teach you how to use the camera. I'm going to build us a dark room. So they were sort of snippets, maybe sort of a memory tucked behind, that he could only share with me. The irony of it is that maybe, a sobering moment for him, secretly share that with me, because I really did not know any of this was going on, and I only discovered after, he died, him as an artist. So yes, there was some mention of it, but not when he was like stone cold sober.
It's this embedded memory that gave Janet the inspiration to share her father's photographs.
And then I just got curious and sort of strolled into one of the furnace area in the basement, and I literally stepped upon boxes of these negatives like this, literally, and they were just piled up in 2 wooden crate boxes and a couple of other loose boxes, cigar boxes, and that's how I came upon the collection. So in 1997, I sort of told a few people in the local art community that I was interested in possibly doing an exhibit of my father's work, and I partnered with 2 organizations.
After a year of contemplating, Janet finally got the push she needed from Filipino American professor Peter Bacho. It was time to make her project happen.
I'd go to museums a lot. I'd volunteer, look at art, look at images, and look at, photography. And I never saw a reflection of, us. Filipinos, and I thought, well, gee, this subject matter is so different, it would not ever be considered, ever.
But it would be, by one of the nation's most renowned museums. The Smithsonian Institution funded Janet's project, aptly titled Through My Father's Eyes.